Finding a job in today's world is a lot different than it used to be. The internet now connects people together from all over the world. The days of searching through the newspaper only to find a couple jobs even related to your field are over. Today a person can go online and find dozens of job openings. We even have remote jobs now that a person can do from across the country. Video calls and virtual meeting rooms make it possible to meet business partners or clients face-to-face without having to leave your office. Today's world is prime for graphic designers because so much of our work is already digital. However, when you are first starting out, finding the right job for you can be pretty daunting. Graphic design can be a very diverse field, depending on your skill set and what type of employment you are seeking. For example, you could be a graphic designer working with an in-house design team, a digital designer for someone who runs their own practice, a brand designer at a large advertising agency, a multimedia designer for an independent design studio, or a freelance designer, and everything in between. We will be looking at a number of jobs related to graphic design and discuss what kinds of salaries you can expect in these positions as an entry-level designer. We will also discuss what type of advanced positions are available in this field and talk about self-employment options. Entry-level positions exist in just about every type of graphic design job. They often, but do not always, have words such as entry-level, assistant, or junior in the title. In these types of jobs, you will likely be working alongside a mentor figure or team to help you learn the ropes. Examples of these positions are assistant graphic designer, entry-level web designer, or junior 3D designer. Before we discuss the responsibilities and salaries of each of these jobs, it is important to note that the national average for salary will not be the same as the average for any given city. So when doing your salary research, be sure to specifically look at the salary ranges in your location or the location you will be working. As an example, I have included the adjusted salaries for Charlotte, North Carolina, where I live, for each job. Assistant graphic designer is a title that someone with a shiny new degree but limited experience could land. Job responsibilities could include assisting a senior graphic designer with his or her work, creating or editing illustrations in Illustrator, constructing compositions with type and imagery for advertising, or designing logos, packaging, and other branding materials for companies to use to communicate their brand. The national average salary for an assistant graphic designer, according to the job recruiting and salary site Glassdoor, is $48,561 per year, and the adjusted salary for Charlotte, North Carolina is $45,601 per year. Our next example of a job you could get with a graphic design degree is an entry-level web designer. This job is taking a step away from strictly graphic design work, but web design is something that graphic designers learn the basics of if they have a degree in the field. So I think it is still a viable example. For this job, your responsibilities might include assisting a team on web design projects, helping design and implement various web applications, designing web pages, designing and building both print and web marketing collateral, updating web content such as photos, text, and graphics, or ensuring that sites are search engine optimized before going live. The national average salary for an entry-level web designer, according to Glassdoor, is $53,575 per year, and again, adjusted average salary for Charlotte is $51,512 per year. Junior 3D designer is a bit of a broad title and could include different tasks depending on the type of company where the job is offered. For example, as a 3D designer, you could work for a video game company or for a company that designs household products. However, the basic skills needed will still be the same. Job responsibilities could include working alongside a creative team, animating 3D characters and objects, assisting with crafting high-quality 3D props for environments and characters, and creating accurate 3D models. The national average salary for a junior 3D designer is $55,598 per year. The adjusted salary for Charlotte is $49,278 per year. Now we will be getting into some more advanced positions. The jobs we just talked about can alternatively have the term senior in the title, which denotes a more advanced position and comes with a bump in salary. Mid-level and senior positions require advanced skills, more experience, and the ability to handle more responsibility. For those that want to continue climbing the ladder after reaching the title of senior in their field, the next level is art director. An art director is the person who leads the team of designers working on a project. They will see a project through to completion and play an active role in the creation. The national average salary for an art director, according to Glassdoor, is $71,097 per year. Adjusted for the Charlotte, North Carolina market, it would be around $56,512 per year. And finally, the highest position at a company that deals with graphic design is creative director. The creative director often ranks next to the CEO of the company. They have the final say in what makes it to the client's eyes. The creative director oversees the creative team and comes up with new ideas. These are the people who think in big picture ideas. The national average salary for a creative director is $132,770 per year. When that number is adjusted for the Charlotte area, it becomes $106,441 per year. Self-employment is also an option in the graphic design field. People that choose this path often go by titles such as freelance graphic designer or graphic design contractor. Self-employment does have perks, like being your own boss, setting your own schedule, and picking your own clients. But it also comes with more responsibilities. Freelance designers have to manage their own finances, be their own salespeople, and find their own clients. However, the graphic design work that you do could be more closely aligned to your interests. Freelance work can also be unstable, especially when you are first starting out. So salaries can vary quite a bit. The national average salary, according to Glassdoor, is $50,028 per year, and the average for Charlotte is $46,944 per year. There are many options in the field of graphic design, and in this video presentation, I have touched on a sampling of them. No matter what type of job you are looking for in the field, I hope that this video has given you some useful information and motivated you to be the graphic designer of your dreams.